Hollywood is on edge about the election coming up tomorrow, and folks, we're here to tell you it's largely because it's difficult to discern where Hollywood ends and where politics begins. Today, we're going to deadline to a trade article which will show you just how deranged the celebrities and the executives of Tinseltown have become. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Pro Channel, where we, as ever, endeavor to explain entertainment. Keep you ahead of the culture curve. That is the job we do, and we do it well. It's a swell day to be joined with you folks. As we get ready to get started, consider clicking the like button. Today, we're going to deadline, as we said, Dominic Patton and Ted Johnson, the authors here. And this one says, Election Gut Check. Hollywood on edge over possible VP defeat and Trump return to White House. Now, it's of particular interest, I suppose, folks, that at this point, Hollywood is not making any bones about it. All the pearls are out for everyone to see, and they are telling you with absolute certainty who they're pulling for. It is a monolith. How's that for you? It is a total monolith. And Hollywood has a monopoly on what they believe and what you're supposed to believe. The problem here, of course, is that Hollywood is also an industry that's supposed to make money. And the way that they make money is by creating content that is supposed to be as widely accepted as possible. It's a real conundrum for them, considering they don't really reflect the broad scope of America in any sense. So as we read this, you're going to see times when I deviate from saying exactly what the article says. And that is because this article is filled with partisanship, propaganda, and ideological statements presented as fact, which are clearly either opinion or flat out misleading. And so I'm going to be very careful in how I broach this. But you, as the viewer/listener, pay close attention to what the words actually say and notice why I'm deviating in the way that I do. Here's what it says. Again, from a trade publication, which, by the way, trade publications tend to be the mouthpieces of the giant entertainment corporations. So might be what they think. Coming right down to the wire with the polls tied before Election Day, and we talked about that in a video that you'll never see because it got slapped down by the powers that be here at the wide world of YouTubing. But it released earlier. You can still find it. It's on the Pro Channel. Go look for it. But it received zero ability to go take off on its own. No complaints here. We know what we're up to and up against. But interesting to me that Disney seems to be heavily involved in some of the polls looking like they're tied. The White House race between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump has many Democrats in Hollywood very nervous, i.e. it has Hollywood very nervous, and that's why the title says what it says. It says, fascism is at the door, and her campaign isn't fighting back enough, aren't breaking through. An openly worried PR executive declares of the VP's battle. And then it goes to talk about, this is why I got to deviate, because it's just, this stuff, I'm telling you. Look at that. Look what it says. Blah-de-blah-de-blah backed former president. It's amazing. It's amazing. This is presented as fact. This is an industry trade. It's too tight in the battleground states, and she needs a sweep to make it 270. This should have been over a done deal weeks ago. Tinseltown's inclination toward an action movie third act TKO aside, insiders tell Deadline that dread over a possible return to the Oval Office has become the only conversation anyone in the C-suites and West LA enclosures are having right now. Folks, I can attest to that. As I told my Patreon today, there is no entertainment news, basically, to cover. So if you're wondering, hey, bro, why are we talking about politics so much? Well, one, everything, all the oxygen in the room has been sucked out. This is all anyone's talking about, but this is all Hollywood's talking about. There are no new trailers. There's no news coming out. There's no big-time stuff. They're obsessed. Like, they have put their industry on pause. They're not interested in making money right now. They just are interested in this. We'll scroll on down. Responding in real time and with targeted ad buys to Trump's, and you can read that, folks. I'm not going to say that because that is hyper-partisan. It's hyper-partisan. And this is a guy who they have tried to delete multiple times. Let me say it again for clarity. They have tried to delete multiple times. And yet, he's the one. Anyway, it's amazing. When he suggested, and I can't read this to you either, this is the level of nut jobbery that is happening in Hollywood. Deadline reads like it came out of the 80s Soviet Union. That's what it reads like. I mean, this stuff is crazy. Taylor Swift hasn't shown up yet, but in the past week alone, Beyonce has appeared at a Harris rally in Texas, and as outrage has grown over Trump surrogates, again, that's plural. It shouldn't be. It's singular. This is just nonsense. It's one lone comedian who made a stupid joke. Bad Bunny and others have issued endorsements. LeBron James came out on Thursday. Jennifer Lopez spoke. Cardi B is scheduled to speak. I don't think the celebrities are working. And because the reason for that is the celebrities are not working class. I'm not here to tell you which side you should be on. I'm not here to tell you who you should vote for. I don't presume you to be so stupid as what Deadline thinks. That's not my job. And I know to stay in my lane. I'm here to tell you how Hollywood is reacting. And Hollywood is not reacting well, as you can see. And I'm sorry, but I'm not going to participate in propagandistic efforts in this article, which is supposed to be a trade article talking about a trade, talking about a commercial enterprise that is entertainment. And that's politics has metastasized in every sphere, but in entertainment, it's so drastically worse. They are entrenched in a quasi-religious crusade, and they don't know how to exit that, even to the detriment of their industry. And no, Jennifer Lopez is not going to lose her diamond-crusted swimming pool or her mahogany toilet seats. But the average actors below, the extras, the grips, the handles, the aspiring directors, they suffer. They suffer because the market is shrinking for entertainment, and it's being democratized all over with people in their garages and their local studios that they're making and building all across the heartlands of America. They're winning on YouTube now, and YouTube is by far the biggest streaming platform. And for all of my complaints, and yes, these algorithms lately are crazy. I can have a video that gets 1 million views one day, and I can have a video that gets 5,000 views the next, and there's no rhyme nor reason. I'm in the wild, wild wilderness of algorithms as we are closing in on this big day tomorrow. Who knows how any of this is working? Who knows if anybody will hear my voice today in this or won't or will? No idea. For all of my complaints, thank goodness that there is a platform that is empowering average people to make content. And this is where we get into bonkers world. Out of Hollywood, where is George Bush? A self-described, compassionate conservative filmmaker demands. Bush has seen his own VP. I mean, look at this, Cheney. These people hated Cheney. These people wanted Cheney drawn and quartered. They wanted Cheney, in jail forever. And same with Bush. And now they want them on their side because there are no principles. It's just power. It's just power. He doesn't have to say, vote for Kamala. He just has to condemn the other guy, the filmmaker suggests, of W. Remember how much they mocked this man? They hated this man. Remember all that? They made movies about how stupid he is. Will Ferrell had an entire shtick. This man's an idiot. And now they're mad because W won't come out there and do what they want him to do. This is just amazing. To some in the industry, no matter what goes down in the last days of this seemingly endless election, it all has the air of too little, too late. I hate to say it. She peaked too soon. An Emmy winner adds of Harris' near-flawless entry into the contest just over 100 days ago in one of many surprises in an unprecedented campaign. And that's all word salad to say that they kicked out the old guy and threw her in. And she received 100% glowing media coverage for, 100 days. And everybody knows that. She got like 90% positive coverage, and the other guy got 90% negative from the corporate media, and her bestie is the head of TV for Disney. I'm not telling you to vote for her, not vote for her, vote for the other guy. I'm not telling you any of that. I'm just telling you how it works. Doesn't seem to be a landing strategy there. It's like they're winging it. The scribe also wonders if Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro would have been a better running mate than Tim Walz for cutting into Trump's lead with young men. Well, the answer to that is Yeah, duh. I hope I'm wrong. I really do, he says, with a litany of other qualifiers over the VP pick and more. Feels like 2016. Trump is dominating, and then goes on to throw expletives like crazy. It's just the whole article. But I really just want you to know, we can keep reading the article. We can keep going. The trades are where you put information about your industry. That's what Deadline is. Deadline, Variety, right? Their job is to put out, the Hollywood Reporter, by the way, their job is to put out stuff, narratives about the industry. That's what they cover. It's like Motor Trend, right? They cover cars. Deadline's supposed to cover TV, movies, that kind of stuff. And all they can talk about is this. And all Hollywood can focus on is this, as opposed to their imploding economic plans that they have. And there's no more, the emperor is not out there pretending any longer that there was ever any kind of semblance of centrism. And by the way, folks, if you wonder about that word, a centrist, number of centrists must believe in centrism, right? That's the idea. I don't know. Maybe I made that one up. But whatever the case, you understood it. They're not making any kind of pretense at this point to playing to the middle. They're full-blown, all-in, total, all-out on the left. They always have been. And that's all they're going to be. And they're terrified right now. They're terrified not because of the economy. They're terrified not because of policy. They're terrified because of power. They're terrified because they may not be influential anymore. And if they're not influential, it's because they abdicated their influence by going so rogue, so partisan, so woke, so out of the mainstream, that they cost everything to their industry. Because in trying to paint the other side as reprehensible and evil, they lost the ability to reach out to Main Street. Yes, they may be entrenched with Wall Street, that being the entertainment corporations, but Main Street still wins. I don't know who will win tomorrow, folks. I'm not here to tell you who you should be for or against, what should make you sad, what should make you happy. I'm here to tell you that Hollywood is in a panic because Hollywood has been exposed by all of this for being the people who turn up their nose to the average Joes. Folks, if you like content like this, consider clicking the like button, share, subscribe, click it, stick it to the algorithms. It is the notification bell. Drop a comment down below. Let us know your thoughts. And folks, as always, as we get ready to say goodbye, we wish you well on our way out with this familiar refrain. Wherever you are and whatever you're doing, keep learning, keep growing, and as always, keep having fun.
Wilton, what are you doing?
Well, word on the street is the culture war has officially made it to the doorstep of that Park Place. And I realize Jonas has no one there who loves him. So I thought I should go and protect them.
Yeah, okay. That's not, how you do this, right?
Do what? Fight? Don't worry, Floral. I will not be intimidated by a criminal threat.
Threat? Wilton, don't be ridiculous.
What does it matter to me? I have only one life to lose.
I mean, I totally expected you to die walking into traffic, but,
They may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom!
Okay, just stop. This is just nonsense. You already have one of the easiest and most effective tools and weapons at your fingertips.
My axe?
No. The truth. Stay smart and ready to tell and share the truth by keeping up to date with WDW Pro, that Park Place, as well as Valiant Renegade.
And Jonas? I mean, he does things with Vash, and that's not very reassuring. That's like putting two helpless chipmunks into a piranha pond.
That's neither true nor accurate. Unlike the team from that Park Place.
Sue me.
Ugh.